Hey guys, back here another day in the shop working on the Samurai. Today we're going to see about getting this shock fixed, or at least figure out what we're doing. I got some new mounting brackets, so I'm just going to have to cut all this existing stuff off to facilitate the new one. So it'll be a lot of grinding and cutting today, I hope. We just got this side I'm going to use as a reference to see how tight we are clearance wise. The new mount, they're going to be, the bolt's going to go this way, so I'm afraid it's not going to clear the bodywork, so I'm going to have to adjust that. I'm going to try to keep our same angle that these are mounted at as close as I can, and we'll just see what we can get done today. Okay, we got this shock disconnected from the axle, so I was able to get the broken piece out. And as we can see, it was really thin plate anyway. This is up in there. So it was just really thin, like 8-inch steel is all it was welded to anyway. They just beefed up the top for a mounting point, but what was actually welded was thin. We're going to work on cutting this off, this, and then grinding all this down, and then we'll see what the that new mount's going to look like in there. Okay, I've gotten, I think, most of what I can get with a cutting wheel. There was a plate on top of this one, so I got it cut off. And this piece I can't quite get all the way through. I'm gonna have to get my little oscillating tool, and I'm just gonna clean this up and then kind of see where this shock's gonna fit in here again. Okay, we got this top piece trimmed off the best I could. Now we're just going to go out with the grinder, try to get back down to the frame, and then we'll get this mount up here and see how she looks. Okay, new plan. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to set this angle gauge to about 22.9. This is what we're welded on the axle. I'm going to match that, which puts it kind of over this way a little bit more. It was over right up in this corner, so I don't think it'll be quite as tall, but I think it'll fit the angle of the shock better. And we'll go from there. But I just got to get it somewhere kind of like that, but it's just got to be out far enough where that bolt clears the body. And and then maybe go with a little bit shorter shocks. Or we'll go with the same ones, but I think I'm gonna start cutting this off, maybe just below the L. So I've got to get it kicked out, so I got to get it angled to where I can weld across the bottom of there and then brace it well. Okay, we've got this bracket somewhat mocked up. I'm gonna cut it off there and then there. Okay guys, we are at a standstill with putting these brackets on until I get new shocks. These ones, the upper one is missing the bushing because of the new bolt I used. Had a bigger bolt, so I didn't need the inner sleeve. And the lower sleeve is just all bent. So I'd rather get new ones to use them to mock up where I'm welding the bracket on. So I'll run down, see if I can find the shocks I want, hopefully here locally, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, I think we got this close to where we can get it tacked in here. Couldn't find new ones, or I found new shocks, but the eyelets are different sizes, so I can't use them. So we're gonna try to make do with what we have here. Get this up. The problem is these shocks are completely toast, where they don't even extend on their own power. So it's gonna get tacked in somewhere like that. Kind of along that line is my guide. Let me tack it in there and see how it looks. Okay, we got it tacked into place. I think that's pretty close to what we want. Okay, we've got it all welded up. And I cleaned it, threw a coat of primer on there. We're going to put the old shock back on and then try to flex it out here at the shop. Make sure it doesn't rub anywhere. I think we have good clearance. It looked like it would be okay when I put the tire on. Sitting flat, but maybe at travel it might be a little different, but that's our plan. Oh, I didn't mean to go on a little bit.